What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumbass. Like and subscribe. So, the whirlwind, turmoil, idiotic things and stuff happening past couple of days because Crissy decided to basically just straight up lie and then retract the lie the next day, which exposed so many of these donkey unicorns. So many of these ponies jumped at the opportunity to disparage Xbox with fake news. Obviously, I mean, it's false. You know, we talk about the logician here and the truth sayer. What, I don't know if he even reported on it, but he's kind of a separate topic because Oh No, is Alex went in on him, and I was shout out to Oh No, it's Alex. Shout out to Alex doing a stuck thizzle, slapping these donkey unicorns and these ponies through the internet on a daily basis. It seems like. And you know, he does it. He's the best at it. You know, put on the banana suit. He put on his uniform. He's ready to go. Slap, slap. But anyway, Crissy Dring. I mean, I said this before in another video, but it's exposing. Like, shout out to VG Fight School. He went in, and he's made, I think, 2 videos about how Crissy Dring is the puppet master, basically. Christopher Dring, I'm talking about, the journalist who is British. He's got eyes that look 2 different directions and stuff. I forgot what his thing is called, the video game business or something. I think he's in cahoots with Tom Warren, maybe. I don't remember. Point is, he did the thing. He said, "Oh, Game Pass is unsustainable," or he said, "It's doesn't not profit, doesn't make a profit, whatever." And then next day, "Oh, I'm sorry, it does." And it's all semantic. It's not semantics, but it's just like he just straight up lied. and the thing, I don't know if anybody's catching this, but the first thing he said was, Xbox doesn't include the cost of the first party studios making the game, right? And then the retraction was, oh, even with the lost cost of the game being on Game Pass or whatever, they still make a profit. And I'm like, wait a second, those are like kind of 2 different things, but they still don't matter because Joe from Seattle, shout out to him, he put it succinctly and he said the 2 different pieces of the overall business. The 2 different departments. Game Pass is Game Pass. Games are games. The games do go into Game Pass, but Game Pass doesn't fund the games. Game Pass funds Game Pass because Game Pass is a place where Microsoft pays third parties and such to put their games into Game Pass. Why would they pay themselves to put their own games into Game Pass? It doesn't make sense. Now you can budget and say, okay, well, part of the Game Pass money is getting our games in there too. Sure. Or you could do it as you would and say, okay, this game cost this much, it sold this much, it made a profit, or it didn't make a profit. That's what's up. And even if a game doesn't make a profit on sales, because the game is sold on Xbox stores, sold on PC, and some are sold on PlayStation and Nintendo. I just call Nintendo. And so even if it doesn't make a profit, Game Pass still makes enough money to cover the loss. So whichever way you want to look at it, however you want to semanticize it, I don't think that's a word, but it sounds okay. Then you can do that. Still, Game Pass is more than sustainable. It's more than profitable. What VG Fight School did something also where he went to Chat GPT and he asked Chat GPT, given whatever, what is it, 40 million subs, 40 million subs, blah blah blah, take into account this and that and the third. He put all the prompts in, and it said on the low side is 5, I think it was 4, no, I think it was 4 billion. Now the high side was 7.5 or something like that. But anyway, it ended up being more like 5.5 billion. That's what they bring in as revenue for Game Pass yearly. And then minus the cost, right? Minus the operational cost, which was, I believe it was 4 billion. I heard different numbers before, but this is what he did recently. And so I was like, okay, 4 billion. And then, you minus those, you got 1.5 billion of profit. 1.5 billion off of Game Pass alone. That's not including game sales. That's not including anything else. This is Game Pass. So I'm like, and I mean, the thing, the funny thing, the disturbing thing, the thing that is like, huh? Is these donkey unicorns and these ponies. I mean, Porter Rock got caught out there tripping. AGN got caught out there tripping. He's not a donkey unicorn. He's a drone. He's definitely a drone, but still, he's reporting the news as if it was true or whatever. And I think that's one of the problems with content creation is that some people want to be like the first out and be part of the zeitgeist or whatever, so they can get them clicks and them views, which is fine. Me, I like to, I say, oh, that's what happened. That's the new. Okay, all right. Let's see, see what whoever who's saying stuff. I like to wait a little bit to see because of what Christopher Dring just did, and one person, Crissy Dring. First of all, you shouldn't believe what one person says. You have to have multiple sources, right? That's how they work. So why would we be any different? One person, Crissy, says something, everybody's running with it. Why? Because they're donkey unicorns and their ponies. Did Colin say something about that? I think he did say something about that. But I know Porter Rock did. I know Reforged did because he's anyway. Dreamcast guy definitely did because that's his bread and butter. Grifter cast guy. No, that's not good. Everybody's calling him meth cast guy. I'm like, I mean, that's not as funny. That's not as funny as Dream Teeth. No. Anyway, it's we were saying Xbox tax and all this stuff, right? But what Christopher Dring did was telling. It's like, okay, he said a fallacy. He said a lie. He said a lie straight up. He lied. Everybody took it as true. Well, the donkey unicorns and ponies took it as truth in order to disparage the name of Xbox, to try to get their console, beloved PlayStation, to be more than and better than Xbox, to bring Xbox down, lift PlayStation up. Even though I would imagine in their mind, destroying Xbox would automatically lift PlayStation up, and that's kind of the methodology and the thinking of PlayStation. That's what they want. They want to destroy the competition instead of actually having healthy competition, because they don't feel like competing. They just want to be the only ones in the race. And honestly, if you want to talk console war, oh, okay, you won the console war, sure. Congratulations, PlayStation, you won the console war. Meanwhile, we're gonna be $5 trillion in like a week or something. So I mean, you got some more games you want to bring over here? I mean, I know y'all need some money. We got money. You need money. Oh, I mean, we got a whole building with people that just sit on the money because we don't like the money to get cold. So it's like the paper money is easier to keep warm, but then the coins, we get the bigger dudes like, yo, you work out? Yeah. Yo, you gotta go sit on some quarters. Are they in a row? No, they flat. Don't worry about it. It's not like that. Pause. So, Microsoft has a building full of people keeping money warm. That's what I'm saying. That's how rich they are. They're like, yo, we got, okay. Oh man, I gotta do overtime in the nickel room. It's like, dang, you heard, Trevor? They put him in the pennies. Pennies, damn, that sucks. I know, right? I was in the pennies one time, man. That was crazy. I was all turning all green and stuff. Anyway, sorry for the imagination tangent. But these dog unicorns and ponies running with the fallacies, and stuff, and then the truth comes out. Did they all come out and say, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I said the wrong thing. I should have did the double checked and maybe just waited a little bit instead of jumping"? No. I mean, I don't know who AGN did. AGN came back with another video the previous day, the next day. So I give him props. I don't know who else might have come or didn't or whatever. But I mean, I was talking about Reforged a little bit before. Oh no, it's Alex. He went in on him, and Reforge doesn't seem to understand the definition of an exclusive. And so I'm watching the clip, right? I'm watching Alex. Alex is watching his 9-minute clip. I'm watching Alex watch the clip. I'm just sitting there. And I like doing it that way because Alex is entertaining. I'll give him his props. I'm gonna have to catch him live one time and shoot him some super chats because I need to start doing that. Being with the community more. That's what I say. It's hard though because my internet sucks. So I gotta figure something out. I gotta steal some of my internet, something. Anyway, so Reforge. Reforge is a special case study, if you will. I think he needs to be psychologically studied because he is a person who always accuses other people of being liars, not saying the truth, being disingenuous, all these words, right? Meanwhile, he's sitting there and he's saying, yeah, Xbox has exclusives, PlayStation has exclusives. I'm like, Xbox doesn't have any I don't think they have any exclusives because the definition of exclusive is that it's only on that console, only on one play, exclusively there. Now they've changed the definition and he's changed the rules so many times. He's not moving the goalposts. Somebody said he flipped the board. He flipped the field. He didn't move the goalposts. Somebody in chat said that. I was like, yeah. And their definition is console exclusive. So before it was exclusive, it was known that it's only on this console. But now you have to say specifically console exclusive means it's not on another console. But the definition of a console is about to change thanks to Microsoft. Thank you. Which is good because what they're making is better than a regular okey doke old school console, which is what PlayStation is probably going to make and what Nintendo did make. Nintendo is a whole nother video because they are tripping on another. I got Nintendo colors on, but they're tripping for real. But anyway, so Reforge is like, he's like, yeah, Microsoft has exclusives. Microsoft has exclusives, and PlayStation has exclusives. I'm the logician. I can't do his voice. I was trying. I was like, I can't. I have to be in the right mindset. Anyway, and I'm like, and Alex is just sitting there like beat for beat, like no, yes, no. He's like boxing with him, basically, and he's slapping him up across the ring because he's saying false things. And Alex is like, no, this is what you think about. They're not. And then he says something about that's why PlayStation's not third party because Homer and Holtz didn't say they're third party, so they're not third party. I'm like, huh? They didn't say anything. They just did it. That's what Alex said, and I was like, yeah, they just did it. They just like third party. Like here you go, Xbox. Here goes Helldivers 2 from Sony, from PlayStation Publishing LLC. That's a first party game on a console that is not the first party console, making it third party. Now the fact that it's not day and date, is that the caveat? Is that where you move the goalposts? Listen. It's about exclusivity. It's not about timed exclusivity. It's not about anything like that. Because look, Microsoft, they're a big corporation. They're moving things. They're not moving the goalposts. They're moving the industry in different directions, and it's for the better because it widens the birth of these games. These games get to be enjoyed by more people, which means these people who are selling these games that get enjoyed by more people get more money, which means more games later. That's the cycle. The evanescence cycle. What did Jim Ryan call it? The virtuous cycle. I don't know what he's so something stupid. He's dumb. He was so He was worse than Don Matrick. Everybody keeps bringing up Don Matrick, ruined the brand, Xbox, blah, blah. I'm like, look, Jim Ryan did more damage fiscally to PlayStation than Don Matrick did to Xbox, because at least Don Matrick, he he was Connect, right? I think that was his baby, if you will. And it was cool, but he just pushed it too hard, you know. Anyway, you know, it's cool technology. I still have the Xbox One Connect, which is good because you can use it on your PC. I have the SDK for it, so you can use it for motion capture and stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. So if I ever want to do that, I don't need to buy some goofy suit that costs like $1,000, whatever it costs. I just use the Connect, like boop, 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 and do some crazy animations. But anyway, sorry, ramble. But yeah, so you know, Reforge is like, and he was going in on Paris again. I'm like, has he not learned his lesson? Look, Paris don't play. Paris is well-spoken, highly intelligent, nice person. I've never met him. He doesn't know me for nothing, which is cool. I don't need to know him to glean from his behavior and what he does in the public spaces. And that, you know, he's a cool dude, you know, not disrespectful. He's good, right? He's good. But he don't play either. He got big hands. Put some baby powder on him because you smack. He will smack you quickly across the internet. He has no shame in that. And then he goes on like Gaz's show, and he goes on other people's show where he can actually curse. Shoot, them curses be flying, son, because you know he tried to keep it clean when he's with Danny. You know what I'm saying? When they're on the Gamertag red, like, okay, you know, you don't want to curse too much because then the Xbox be like, hey man, you cursing a lot. I don't know if we can put you on the show because you cursing. Like, listen, I will not curse anymore. Okay, that sounded more like Kratos. But you know what I'm saying? He had a real deep voice. I'm just saying. Real deep voice. You know who did it? I think it was KSande who did it. He did an impression of Paris. I was like, okay, that was pretty good. It was close. It was pretty close. But yeah, yo, I'm like, wow. And I mean, you know, at the end of the day, Reforge, he's doing what he needs to do to feed his family. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing his job, quote unquote job, by placating his audience. That's what he's doing. Even though most of what he's saying is bullshit, it's not true. And he claims to be true and claims that everybody else is lying and not truthful and disingenuous and stuff. I'm looking at this fool. I'm like, seriously? Okay, well, whatever. And I mean, I guess it's basically an echo chamber. He's talking to the ponies and Dr. Unicorns who don't want to believe what's going on at PlayStation. They don't want to believe that they're a full third party right now. And they say, oh, it's what they said was games of service, and that's fine. So that doesn't make them third party. And like, yes, it does. That's their game. What are you, stupid? I mean, come on, son. Really? Don't do this. Don't put yourself in a position where you're gonna look like a fool. Trust me. I've done that many times. It's very uncomfortable. So, and every video, that's but anyway, ramble. I appreciate y'all hanging out, showing like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about Reforge's groovy ass, and also Crissy Drink, man. He played all of y'all ponies for real, like bam. Y'all Donkey Unicorns fell for it. Y'all fell for the banana in the tailpipe twice. But anyway, I appreciate. I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Till the week.